It's March. You know what that means. World Cup qualifiers are back, and specifically the CAF region playoffs. 10 countries, only 5 of them will make it. Who will it be? We have amazing matchups. The AFCON final rematch, Algeria versus Cameroon, Nigeria versus Ghana, Mali versus Tunisia, another rematch, and to top it all off, Halihocic versus Hector Cooper, Morocco versus Dr Congo. This is going to be amazing. Get the whatever you eat, popcorn, candy, get ready for next week. This is going to be entertainment, dramatic. Who will rise to the occasion? I want to hear your predictions in the comment section down below. Let me know how you're feeling about the games, and let's just get to the predictions. The first matchup we have, it is Morocco taking on Dr Congo. So Halihocic's side will be favorites heading into this tie. They were impressive in the AFCON. They were very good in the group stage. Round of 16 came through some adversity. In the quarterfinals, they just came up against Egypt and they got solid, right? But I don't think they should be deterred by that performance. I think overall, they were very good going forward. Defensively, they were a little bit leaky, but they can sort that out. We know they got quality players, Hakimi and Naziri. This side is so good. They just need to sort out their defense because they're going up against a very good attacking side in DR Congo. I don't think the Ziyech and Mazwari issues is going to deter this team because it's been going on for a very long time. So I don't think that will be a distraction. But Halihocic just has to get his tactics right. And if you're 1-0 up, go for a second goal. Kill the tie off. They didn't do that against Egypt, and that cost them. So that's one thing you have to be worried about if you're a Moroccan fan. And for DR Congo, Hector Cooper's side weren't the most consistent in the second round of qualifiers, but we know they have a good attacking options. You have Mbokani, Bokambu, Molongo, Kebano, Bolasi, Mazuaku. This side is very talented. We know at home in Kinshasa on artificial turf, they can make life very difficult for this Moroccan side. We know Hector Cooper always likes to play a little bit more defensive, hit teams on the counterattack. He led Egypt to the 2018 World Cup, so he's very familiar on how to get sides to a World Cup, similar to Halihocic. So two good managers, two great attacking teams. Which one will prevail? I think Morocco just have a little bit too much. I think this side is very good. Hakimi leading it. If he gets a free kick, you know what's going to happen. It's going to go in. So I think Morocco will qualify to the World Cup. The second matchup we are talking about, it is Mali taking on Tunisia. A rematch of the AFCON group stage match, which ended in controversy. Luckily, it's not the same referee, guys, so do not worry about it. Mali, who were one of my dark horses to win the AFCON, were underwhelming. A side that is so talented, defensively very strong, but were very weak in front of goal. They were not clinical enough. The final pass wasn't good. Decision making wasn't good. They need to sort this out in this tie against Tunisia. But defensively, I have only conceded 1 goal in the last 10 games. And that was a penalty against Gambia. So we know they have talented players. Busuma, Gone, and now possibly Doucouré from Everton will be called up to the Mali national team. So they're putting all the chips in to make their debut, finally, at a World Cup. Can they do it? They can if they are just more clinical in front of goal. And for Tunisia, made a significant change after the AFCON. They sacked Monder Kabair and now promoted assistant manager Jalel Kadri as the manager of the Tunisian national team. Interesting decision by them. Will it be the right one? Time will tell. They were very good in the AFCON. I thought in the group stage, yes. They faced some adversity with the COVID issues, injuries, but they prevailed over that. They prevailed over Nigeria in the round of 16. Quarterfinals, they came up against a good Burkina Faso side, so they shouldn't be so deterred by that. They can take some positives where they were strong defensively. On the counterattack with Kaziri, they can cause a lot of trouble. This is going to be interesting to see what happens in this tie. I think Mali are just have everything poised to finally make their debut, and I think they will do it. I think Mali will finally qualify to the World Cup. The third matchup, it is Nigeria taking on Ghana. One of the best rivalries in African football. So Eguifon is still the manager of the Super Eagles. Jose Pizarro did not take over, and maybe that's a good thing. If they can replicate the performances they showed in the group stage of the AFCON, where they were very impressive, I think they have a great shot of qualifying to the World Cup. Now with main striker Osimhen back, you have Emmanuel Denise available. You also have Lukman who's making his debut. They have so many different attacking options. They can throw Moses Simon, Chukwueze, Iheanacho, Awoni, Osimhen. This is a great side. Defensively, they were solid. Midfield-wise, they just need to be a bit more creative and just be as solid as they were in the group stage. If they underperform or they underestimate Ghana, they will lose. But I don't think that will happen because the stakes are very, very high in this game. And for Ghana, oh boy, what a disaster of an AFCON. Maybe that was a good thing for them because Milovan Rajovic was sacked after the tournament, and now Otto Odoi is the interim manager, a former assistant manager of Borussia Dortmund. Andre Ayew will not be available as he got the red card in the AFCON. He's going to be a big miss as he is their main striker of the team, and now they're going to have to rely on Jordan Ayew. Yes, Jordan Ayew. If they can get Partey playing the way he's playing at the moment with Arsenal, Partey can run the show because he is playing some excellent football at the moment. But if Ghana want to qualify to the World Cup, they must keep this tie very low scoring. They cannot outscore Nigeria, so they're going to have to win this tie, maybe in an aggregate scoreline of 2-1 or 3-2, 3-1. If it gets past 3 goals, I don't see it happening. I just think Nigeria have too much firepower. They're on good momentum. I think for Ghana, they're in a little bit of a rebuild phase. So I think Nigeria will qualify to the World Cup. The fourth matchup, a very intriguing one. Algeria taking on Cameroon. As we know, Belmadi's side were a total embarrassment at the AFCON. Defending champions went out in the group stage, finished last in their group. Their defense got exposed big time. And that is something Belmadi needs to sort out before this tie against a high-scoring Cameroonian side. If he can sort that out, they created enough chances during the tournament, but they just couldn't convert them. So they need Mahrez, Slimani to step up. Especially Mahrez. Mahrez was lacking in the AFCON, but I know he's capable enough to rise to the occasion and lead his squad to a World Cup. Because they can create chances, they can score goals. As long as the defense can keep Abubakar and Toko Kambi somewhat quiet, Mahrez and Slimani can step up. So that's going to be a key issue for me when it comes to the Algerian side. And for Cameroon, a very interesting decision. They sacked Tony Conceição and now comes in Rigobert Song. So Samuel Eto'o is making a bold decision before these World Cup qualifiers begin. Will it pay off? Similar to Algeria, I thought defensively they were leaky at the back, but we know going forward, one of the best sides in Africa. Toko Kambi, Abubakar, and Guisa controlling the midfield. If they can replicate that same sort of performances attacking-wise against this Algerian side, they can score goals. But defensively, they also looked very wide open at the back, and maybe that's something that Rigobert Song can bring to this side, a little bit more of a structure at the back. They must take advantage at being at home first, because they haven't lost at home in a competitive game since 1970 or something like that. Since the 1970s. It's been a long time. What's going to be the difference in this tie? For me, it's just a matter of, it sounds simple enough, who's going to score more goals. And I'm not just saying 2-1 or 3-1. I'm saying this tie could be aggregate scoreline 4-4, 5-4, something like that. I think both teams defensively are not good enough, but attacking wise, they can score against any team in the world, I think. So, with that in mind, I think Algeria have something to prove. They're going to be hurt by that AFCON performance, and they want to show why and make a return back to the World Cup. So I think Algeria are going to win over Cameroon. The final matchup, and arguably the biggest one, the trilogy continues, part 2. Senegal versus Egypt. Carlos Queiroz, Aliou Cisse. Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah. Who will come out this time around? Will Senegal replicate their good performances in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final on the road to winning their first ever AFCON? Will Egypt use the loss as a motivation? Can Carlos Queiroz change a little bit his tactics from being a little bit less defensive and be a little bit more forward thinking? Carlos Queiroz has said it's all about qualifying to the World Cup. AFCON was just a preparation. Well, I expect then a better attacking performance then from his side. We know they have some quality. The midfield battle has to be won by Egypt. I feel if they just absorb pressure like they did, they could concede. This might be low scoring as well this tie. Aliou Cisse, done a fantastic job. He's led his country to their first ever title, and now can he lead them to back-to-back World Cups? They have the talent. Sadio Mane, Ismail Assar, Edouard Mendy, Koulibaly. They have everywhere. They have great players, Senegal. It's just about handling the pressure for them and rising to expectations, especially with the second leg being at home in a new stadium. The crowd will be electric. The same thing will be in Cairo for Egypt. I can't wait for this. This is going to be an amazing tie. Now, who do I think will win? This is a tough one to call because you think that Egypt will use the loss as a motivation. And you think Senegal are also just too good for Egypt. They just have a little bit too much more quality. I think with the second leg being in Dakar, I think Senegal can take this. I'm sorry, Egypt and Egyptian fans. I think you're going to have to suffer another loss to Senegal and see them qualify to the World Cup. So I think Senegal are going to qualify to back-to-back World Cups. There you have it. Those are my 5 countries that I think will qualify to this year's World Cup from the CAF region. Remember, I want to hear your predictions in the comment section down below. How are you feeling about these matches? Should be amazing. There will be a watch along for one of the games. We're going to find out which one of those I will do next week. Remember to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. There will be a live stream next week discussing about the game. So if you want to come on and discuss about it, you're more than welcome to do so. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe. And enjoy these amazing World Cup qualifiers. Have a beautiful day. Adios.